a star, but you have to let it shine. Let it shine.
Hello, my beautiful viewers. You are welcome to another amazing episode of On This Table. I am Ezeibe Ebere Love. You can call me AB Love. I'm your host for today. Today we'll be discussing about addiction as the topic. If our guest is already here, before I introduce her, I will be going for a quick commercial break.
All right, my people, better than come again. What am I talking about? Cradle to Fame TV show. Haba. Our housemates are entertaining. They have raw talents, so trust me, you will enjoy the show. How do you watch the show? Go on our social media platforms, Cradle to Fame, or better still, on YouTube at Kingsprimetv. Kingsprimetv on YouTube, so that you can enjoy the show. We have first prize, second prize, third prize, even card day. Now, how do you vote? Log into www.cradletofame.com. www.cradletofame.com. Click on your favorite housemate's picture and follow prompt. Voting costs 15 naira only. And guess what? On the 4th week, I just stormed the house. Yeah, there's a dollar coming too. So on the 4th week, you go double choke. I love you all. No, I have nonsense.
Only believe, join the pathways, virtualize your dreams. Credit to fame.
Welcome back. Our guest is here already. Like I said before, we'll be discussing addiction as the topic of today. I will let my guest introduce herself by herself.
Okay. I'm Maryann, Chidinma, also known as Superwoman of God.
Superwoman of God, I like the sound of that.
I know you like it.
You look like wow. You look so beautiful.
How do you
What's
know?
the secret, please?
And I'm even trying to tell you that this recession is not.
Okay, please don't start now. Like from our topic, I said addiction. Please, in your own understanding, can you please give us the definition or the meaning of this word addiction?
Well, addiction can be defined as the inability to stop using a substance or engaging in a behavior despite the physical or psychological effects.
Wow, that was a cool definition. What are the symptoms of this addiction?
Symptoms. One of the symptoms I fancy much is poor performance at work. You know, speaking about addiction, is when you get used to something, a particular something. Either it might be substance or behavior. For example, now, maybe I'm someone that is addicted to praying. That is praying addiction. Then time for me to go to work, I will not be somewhere praying. Now tell me, how will I earn my needs? So that's why I said.
Okay, that you are taking us to the things one can be addicted to.
Yes.
What are other things that one can be addicted to?
Okay, one can also be addicted to, you know, we have two parts or aspects of addiction. Speaking about the substance, we talk about drugs. For example, the one on board now, the one they call Mkpurumiri. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah.
The crystal meth. I was thinking it's a hearsay until last 2 weeks. I went to buy my Christmas clothes. So a guy was running as if I was even running, thinking there's what people call akapa. Thinking he wants to drag my phone. So I said what? He said I should come and see where they are flogging. So I said, did he steal? He said no. That there is something they call Nkurumi. I said, yes, I've heard about that. Then I was forced to go and see because in my life I hate TSC. I like to see. So reaching there, I saw a guy tied up, beating as if he was not a human being. And the mom was beside him, crying, weeping, begging. And the person they were beating, could you imagine that he didn't even feel as if they were beating him? And I stood there to see the end. Until when they beat him, now started at some minutes, he now got himself back and started saying, because no many have mercy on me. And the worst part is that it's even worse in the eastern part of this country. Yes.
That's really bad. What of the behavioral aspect?
The behavioral aspect, I can say, someone might be addicted to gossip. Someone might be addicted. In fact, anything in your behavior that you overdo is what I see addiction as.
Oh.
Someone might be even be addicted to singing. Yes.
Okay. That leaves me. What are the causes of addiction?
Number one, I would say the causes of addiction is poor family upbringing.
Okay.
Yes, speaking about that, Let me use our neighbor as example. This woman, were growing. They gave birth to us in the same vicinity, we're growing. And each time I take my file to choir practice, our neighbor, that is my friend's mom, will be like, she has started going, meaning that she's not seeing going to church as evil. And we were growing. Could you imagine that now, speaking to you now, that guy is a drug addict? In the sense that he comes back home, the mom sells cigarettes, he comes back home, he will now pick Benson, you know Benson? Come to the backyard and start smoking. The first day I saw him, I went there, I nearly come back with swollen lips. I went to gossip now. You know now. But Mama Uche, do you know that I saw this? She now asked me, is it my business? I should get out of her house. Meaning church goers. So that's why I said family upbringing. Now look at where that guy ended now. Then secondly, I might say age grade. I might be seeing my mates handling a bigger phone, driving cars. I might say, how come is Amaka now bigger than me? And with that, I did myself to something that will harm my life just to have that phone. And so many of them. Okay,
also, can one being addicted to sex, can it lead to prostitution?
Yes, it can lead to sex, to prostitution. Because I might start by, let me test. You know, Igbo Addict says, meaning that from, let me buy with taba here, let me buy, what do they call it? Maybe cigarettes here. I will now enter market to look for other things to buy. So maybe I might say, let me test John today. From testing John might give me 500 naira. I know 500 will not be enough for me. I will not say, let me go. Before you know it, I will not get addicted to it just to earn money.
Okay, someone's nature of job can cause the person to be an addict, right?
Yes.
Like me, let me use myself as an example. When I was working as a nanny, I had no age grade. The only friend I have was my phone and my earpiece, and also music. I don't go out, so that's made me so much addicted to phone, which I know is really bad. I'm trying to cool it off. Cause that leads me to another question. What are the effects of this addiction, please?
The effects of addiction, to start with, is depression. When you're addicted to something, without involving in that thing or having that thing, you'll be depressed. For example, maybe I'm addicted to sex or to a particular guy. If that guy happens to break my heart or deny me of sex, you know I'll be depressed.
So much depressed.
Then secondly, one of the effects again is suicide. So many of our youths died out of suicide because they are depressed. Because in one way or the other, they are being denied of what they are addicted to. Coming to me now, if you want to kill me, ask me to stop singing. You see singing? You've dealt with me. So everybody, nobody is maybe can say he's not addicted to something, depending on what you're addicted to. So that's it.
I love when you say you love singing, just like me. Please, can I hear this sweet voice of yours?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How much are you going to pay? Because of piracy. Speaking about piracy. Okay, let me drop one. My eyes have seen, my ears have heard of your mighty deeds and powerful show of love towards me. Good shepherd, good lover, I join the angels to shout of your praise. Hey, Edema, Iduwe, it's okay.
Seriously, you took my spirit to an extent.
And you pay for it.
Okay, being an addict, is it a sin, or should I say, is it right to be an addict?
It's not right, it's a sin.
Oh,
speaking biblically, Proverbs 25:16 states that too much of everything is bad and there is time for everything. So that's why I said it's bad and it's a sin, a big sin at that.
Oh God.
Because for example now, I'm a Catholic by faith. And at times when I go to visit the chapel, I will see someone when I came to start my prayers in the morning, lying down on the chapel, praying. That's speaking about addicted to prayer. Coming back to close by 12, the person is still there, maybe begging for food. Coming for band practice by 8 or 9 in the night, the person is still there. Now tell me, how will the person earn her living or take care of her family? So that's why I said that.
That is serious. Being an addict is a very bad thing.
It's very bad.
So I've learned now that using earpiece too much is a bad thing.
Are you addicted to earpiece?
Seriously, I'm very much addicted to earpiece.
You have to
So
stop.
yeah, I will stop. We all are learning. Coming to the limitation, how can we limit this addiction in our lives?
Okay, first of all, self-determination.
Okay.
When you determine, you know, Bible says that with God everything is possible. When you determine that I want to stop this, then you ask God for the grace and you stop. Then secondly, you might meet a medical professional. That is for those smoking or addicted to smoke or drugs. Or you meet a counselor that you know is above you, that can speak to you, speak sense into you. Or you meet a closest friend or even a family member that can talk sense into you. If you've ever been in a state of being depressed, you understand what I'm talking about. It will seem to you as if this world have come to an end. Speaking from example.
Okay.
Yes.
What can the government do to stop addiction? People being addicted to drugs, like you said before, being addicted to this mirror of a thing.
Speaking about the government in this case, I don't think they are much involved because it's personal decision and personal issue.
Okay.
So we should start from ourselves. Then speaking about stopping mkpụrụ mmiri. Mkpụrụ mmiri is not meant to be taken. It's a substance used in production of something, but I can't remember actually. So it's not left for you to stop it. You can't tell me that when you go on your own to go and smoke, while you're seeing that smokers are liable to die young, you're not going to go to a government as responsible for it. No, we shouldn't blame the government at all times. At times we should blame ourselves too.
Okay, there's a question I wanted to ask, and it's skip off my mind. I'm taking you back now on the causes of this addiction. Can home upbringing cause addiction?
Yes.
Okay, how can
How it can cause addiction is parental carelessness. Your daughter goes out by 6 p.m., comes back 12 midnight or 2 a.m. You now welcome her, welcome wet bread. Is there any job they do by 2 midnight? Did he give you the chicken? No chicken today. I'm speaking from experience. I know a girl of 15 years, Chiamaka. Each time her phone rings, the mom will be like, Amaka, over go, meaning they are calling you. If you look into this, it's not her father, it's not her ancestors, but her boyfriends. She will not tell you, but I'll tell my ice cream or shawarma.
Oh, that's really
Then, what is she now trying to tell the girl? She's trying to tell the girl that what she's doing is good. And then she will now continue growing with it until it damages her life. So that's why I said that parental carelessness.
Okay, that's aspect of prostitution. And also, like me, I've been with a woman who trained her kids with tablets, with phone. You see little kids of 3 years and 5 years using tablets, and they have their own laptop.
Imagine.
Kids. And what do they watch there? They will put cartoon. Yes, they will put cartoon. And they are in their mommy's absence. They will switch into another thing. Like one of them said, he loves watching African magic. I was shocked when he said it. I asked him, why do you love watching African magic? The only thing that came out from his mouth is that he loved kissing. That he saw the adult kiss. He feels like he should join them. I was like, 5 years.
And what did you do?
5 years, I couldn't beat him because I'm under somebody, and I shouldn't beat him because I'm under authority. She told me not to beat him. I only told her mom, and her mom scolded her instead of beating him. And that was really bad. Coming to symptoms of addiction, can someone being late to work or poor punctuality be cause addiction? But wait, we can get back to the question after this commercial break.
All right, my people, better than come again. What am I talking about? Cradle to Fame TV show. Our housemates are entertaining. They have raw talent. So trust me, you will enjoy the show. How do you watch the show? Go on our social media platforms, Cradle to Fame, or better still, on YouTube at Kingsprimetv. Kingsprimetv on YouTube so that you can enjoy the show. We have first prize, second prize, third prize, even card day. Now, how do you vote? Log into www.cradletofame.com. www.cradletofame.com. Click on your favorite housemate's picture and follow prompt. Voting cost 15 naira only. And guess what? On the 4th week, I just storm the house. Yeah, there's a dollar coming too. So on the 4th week, you go double choke. I love you all. We don't have nonsense.
Only believe, join the pathways, virtualize your dreams, credit to fame.
Welcome back. We've been discussing the word addiction, and through the help of our guests, we are acknowledging some memories and some things that causes addiction. I asked a question before we went on a break. I asked how can someone being late performance in your job or lack of punctuality in your job, how is it a symptom to this word addiction?
Yes, it is a symptom to addiction in the sense that you said late performance, late attendance at work, right?
Yeah.
For example, now I'm addicted to this my prayer of a thing, and I'm supposed to be at the office by 6:30. Then as a Catholic, I went and gathered all the 25 decades of rosary, and I'm busy praying. When do you think I'll get to office? Or maybe I decide to visit the chapel before coming to work. It might cause late coming to work. And another one is speaking about the effects, the damages, right?
Okay.
Another one is maybe physical changes.
Okay.
Yes, let me speak about the smokers. They say smokers are liable to die on, but believe you me, if we should have a microscope or a camera that views the lungs of our young youths, those that smoke, if they say hello baby, you start up a because the person's lungs will be as dark as charcoal. That's the one we know, and so on. Someone might be addicted to something. For example, if I'm addicted to a boyfriend, as I mentioned at the first place, and maybe he broke my heart, you know how I would look. And after undergoing some alcohol reliefs, some of us treat depression with alcohol. You understand? So that I will drink and sleep off. But when you get up, you continue the journey. Okay, just imagine how I will look. I will look weird, weak, tattered, haggard. I won't even have time to look at myself as a woman.
Okay. Is life imprisonment or imprisonment one of the effects of addiction?
Yes.
Wow. How is it one of the effects of addiction?
It's effect of addiction in the sense that if you are caught in our country doing illegal things like drug dealing, you'll be in prison. And when you are in prison, you'll be there and praying to your ancestors, not to God again, because God warned you not to, but he insisted.
Okay. This thing they said, drug trafficking. Is drug trafficking an addiction?
Yes, it's an addiction.
How?
Remember I told you that everything you overdo is addiction. And drug trafficking is the worst. Being that it's illegal and you overdo it, is destroying our youths here, and not only youths. You see some of our men, top men in Nigeria, I don't want to mention some industries. You see them making money, doing all sorts of things, smoking, getting addicted to drugs, shipping, transporting drugs here and there. And when they're up to 70, 80 years, they'll come to social media and start begging money. That they are sick because of one drug, heart attack, or so many mysterious diseases affecting them.
Okay. Apart from heart attack, what's it's you said before that being addicted to drug also damages one's liver, and that I really understand. If somebody is, like, should I say, addicted, okay, the person works in an office and he always uses his laptop while working in an office, does that mean he's addicted to the laptop?
Excellently, yes.
Seriously, like
Yes.
how?
Depending on the nature of the job. I will use IT guys as an example. They are always on their laptop. And at times, it might affect their eyes. Yes. At times, I know a guy that 24 hours is on laptop because he works as an IT. If he's with Chin Chin to eat on the laptop, I've never set my eyes on him eating outside his laptop. So he's so much addicted, and what caused that is the nature of his job. So I might tell you that at times we are addicted to something, it's not willingly. Sometimes nature of our job, that's going back to nature of our job now, pushing one to addiction.
Okay. Like some people that are engaging in all this Yahoo stuff or Yahoo Plus.
Number one, addicted people.
Okay, the addiction.
Yes, to
Okay.
phone, to social media.
To social media. Wow. What of those, like those hacking people's accounts that are addicted to that, or I don't understand.
I would say they're addicted to stealing.
Stealing.
Yes.
Well, stealing is also an addiction.
You don't know. When prayer is an addiction, what do you expect? Stealing is double addiction.
Please, can you explain more in this stealing addiction?
I told you that what you overdo is called addiction. So stealing, when you steal one, steal all the time, you're looking for somebody's account for link to send and grab people's money. For example, I have been in Solo, they said packaging. If not, I'm supposed to come into this studio crying. My account was hacked and 124,000 was taken away from me. The money I've saved for Christmas. Now I don't even think of going back to the village because they'll be like, Auntie, what did you bring? And I'll be looking at that. I'll just sleep in my house on that day. So how do you now want me to feel to tell you that it's not an addiction? It's an addiction.
Okay.
Because I won't be the only person they took her money or they hacked. So they have been doing it from day to day.
Oh, that's really bad. I can feel for you now.
It's okay.
124,000 in this high time. In this
Gotten over
high time. Please, like me that love cooking, is cooking an addiction too?
Yes.
How, please?
Cooking is an addiction because you're always cooking. You love it now. You love doing it.
Okay.
But be careful in cooking to maintain your shape because it's as if you're overcooking and overeating too.
I was taking care of kids then. I'm taking care of kids. So, kids always eat. And like when my madam comes back, we'll be like, I need food quickly. Go inside the kitchen. I need fried rice. And the two kids, this one will request for, pancake, and the other one will...
And why do you need to be testing, right?
Testing water, please don't start now. Even if I'm testing, that any cook should test his food.
And that is making you to adult. Look at the way you're looking.
Don't make me cry now. Finish, please. Okay. Coming to this, how can our parents help their kids to stop being an addict to anything?
First of all, our parents should learn to teach us how to do everything we do moderately. I use my mom as a typical example. In our house, we have time for everything. In the morning, we get up, we pray. You won't greet her, you won't say good morning, ma, without making the sign of the cross to pray. If you greet her, she will snub you. Then after prayers, we will now greet. Fiam, off to shop. From shop, one or two things arranged in the shop. Then next thing is church, either choir practice, catechism, or any one of them. They should limit their children and show them how to live by time. There should be time for everything. Time to cook, time to eat, time for work, time to go to church, time to pray, time to sleep. They should give everyone time. And maybe in the house, I might decide I'm the first child. She might say, you take charge of washing today. This person take. With that, I won't have time. Do you know that at times with my mom, if you hold your phone and sleep, when you pick that phone, you've received slap. Because she'll tell you that it's when you are pressing phone that is left. She said that phone can kill. Then that fear has been in me. I was with a friend and I plugged my phone. Answering, I was scared because it's in me. I was asking her, will I die if I want to plug this because my battery is low? She said no. I said okay. She said why did I ask? I said because my mom did tell us that if you sleep and plug your phone and leave it in your ear and sleep, it will explode and kill you. So with that, engaging your children in activities, especially domestic works, will make them to be less addicted to a particular thing. Everything is important in life. Praying is important, singing is important, cooking is important, but don't overdo it.
Okay. Do the area like a place? If you live like in a place where there are bars all around, or can the place you live also cause you to be an addict to anything?
Yeah, speaking about the environment.
Yeah, your environment.
Yes. Because maybe you are in the window now, your mom went out, you're in the window hearing to chat to, and you see them dance, maybe you are addicted to dancing. From people, you now say, let you go and try. You went and tried. That day your mom did not catch you. Tomorrow you go again. Before you know, you get addicted to it. That is your environment. Having a bar there has affected you. And maybe you are addicted to praying, as I use as example. Maybe church is behind. When they start, in the name of Jesus, share your mama, you are off so that you go and pray. With that, it will affect.
Okay. What of those parents that put their kids in boarding school? Does boarding school have a part in this causing of addiction?
Big one. I will use myself as an example. You know, I ran out of convent after 3 years. Yes, in Benue State. And if I tell you what they do there, I swore that none of my child will go to a boarding school. Let her go and come back, and I will assess her. If it's possible for me to tape her, you know now, I will tape her to know if it has changes. Because speaking about that, some of our young ladies in boarding school are addicted to lesbianism. That is because they love sex, and when they get to that boarding school, especially when it's not when it's bio-sex, I don't know how to put it. When it's only the girls' school, they will not like in the night. A senior, my school mother, approached me one night. I thought that maybe she's good at begging a guy. I thought that maybe she needs girl. She said, she was like, daughter. I opened my eye. I was fast asleep. She said I should shift, that she dreamt that she's scared. I said, if in my mind, if you're scared, what will me your daughter do? So, and I came down from Upbound down to meet her. Then before I know what is happening, I started seeing her going on my leg, and I said, blood of Jesus, baby push. I know it's how, just to scare her. Holy Ghost fire, thunder. She said, wait. I told her that bush baby have passed here, already koi have passed here. So all of those things can affect someone.
Okay. What of like teachers? How can teachers help their students to stop addiction?
Let me go to our institution. Let me use it as an example. Some of our lecturers have made us become addicted to stealing. In the sense that they will tell you that so far you're in this school, if you like, carry the dictionary on your head or the textbook on your head, you must sort. Okay, speaking from a child that is from that is not all that rich, maybe from a rich family. I am studying 6 courses. I started 5,000. You know how much it is. And maybe coming back to school, they gave me only 10,000. I will be addicted to stealing now. Because I will go and be stealing money. Or I might decide to prostitute. Or I will be looking at my mommy's purse, anywhere she keeps it, to dive money and go and sort. So our lecturers are contributing deeply to this. And they've made some of us become addicted to giraffing. In the sense that you come to exam hall, just one day if you come to just pray to your God that your ancestors do not send a lecturer to come and be eating granules on your desk. Just imagine that. Maybe you have exam, very hot exam, especially mathematics, and she left her table where she will now come and sit on your locker eating granola, gisting you on top when you don't know what to write. Not know you'll be giraffing. That is also an addict.
Okay, before we continue, we'll be going for this quick commercial break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
All right, my people, better than come again. What am I talking about? Cradle to Fame TV show. Haba. Our housemates are entertaining. They have raw talents, so trust me, you will enjoy the show. How do you watch the show? Go on our social media platforms, Cradle to Fame, or better still, on YouTube at Kingsprimetv. Kingsprimetv on YouTube, so that you can enjoy the show. We have first prize, second prize, third prize, even card day. Now, how do you vote? Log into www.cradletofame.com. www.cradletofame.com. Click on your favorite housemate's picture and follow prompt. Voting cost 50 naira only. And guess what? On the 4th week, I just storm the house. Yeah, there's a dollar coming too. So on the 4th week, you go double choke. I love you all. No, I have nonsense.
Only believe, join the pathways, what your life
Welcome back. We've been talking about the word addiction with the help of our guests here. And we've been discussing about the importance, the symptoms and the causes of addiction. Can I ask you a question, please? You said you made mention of being addicted to music, right? How do you know that you are addicted to music?
It's simple. If I'm cooking, I'm singing. If I'm in the toilet, I'm singing. If I'm sleeping, this is reality. I do sing. If you get to my phone, you see record. At times, my siblings do pick my phone and record. And all of those songs, no ear, I've heard them. And at times, even when I woke up, I can't remember, but with the help of my siblings around or someone around, they will be like, wake up, you have sing again, take, I'll now sing. So that is why I've been drawing some of the music I've been singing. So I now found out that it's not only addiction, but a gift.
Okay.
And I have nothing to do about that. I have to take it the way I see it, because I can't do without singing.
What are your advice to upcoming artists?
Okay, my advice to them is they should stay focused. Music, I may say, is a battlefield. No one wants to link you. And they should also be prayerful, because at times they involve things like charms. I've witnessed one day I was singing and someone sprayed me money, and before I knew it, I started collapsing. And my co-singer noticed what was going on. They now ran to call a priest. Then they now, no, we Catholic, sprinkled holy water on me, and they were like, what happened? I said, I don't know. So they should be prayerful, they should stay focused, they should... Challenges, there are a lot of challenges in music. Being that when they see you coming up, they would like to push you down. Some even approach you as their friend, to be your friend. Or maybe they will say they want you to join with them so that both of you will be doing music. The person is just coming closer to you to know your weak points and to know how you do it in order to terminate your image. And they should be able to welcome, what will I call it? Maybe scandals. Because a lot of our gospel music, especially the gospel, even not only gospel, scandals can come in anywhere out of jealousy. The worst industry I've ever seen is the musical industry. They are so envious and wicked that when they see you coming up, instead of helping you up, they would like to pull you down, without knowing that everybody's gift is meant for that person, and everybody has his or her own pride to step on.
Does that mean, okay, the people or parents trying to stop their kids from being an addict, that what are your advice to them in terms of this talent of a teen? Someone has a talent of acting or talent of singing, like you said. What are your advice to the parents to do with them? Should they stop them, or like as in?
No, they should not stop them. Speaking about that, singing and acting won't come in the same tray. I can be singing and be cooking, but you can't be singing and be acting, so that you won't take homo and use it as my gift. I can be singing and be doing other things, so that's why I said you won't compare the two. You won't put them in the same tray. Yes, so speaking to those in other addiction, they should just limit them, give them time. And in the musical aspect, you might start by maybe sending the child, once you notice the gift in her, sending her to maybe choir or all these little children gathering where they sing. From there, the person will be picking up. Because that's how I did. That's how I started.
Okay.
And it will also help the person in soloing. Some musicians are very bad at soloing. I don't know if you understand what I mean by soloing. That is, after the chorus, you drop some things. Going to church, like Catholic church, there's no chorus responsorial song. When they give you that song, they only give you the lyrics, maybe the weddings. Then you're the one that will now put in the tune you need, and that helped me a lot. I can solo from morning till night. At times I do go to my band alone. I will sing alone. I can solo from morning till night, no interruption. But some find it so difficult. So that's why I said it has helped me a lot.
Finally, how can the pastors or reverend help to limit this addiction?
They won't help you to limit it because that's what they want. Yes, and they are not helping out at all. Our pastors and reverend, in the sense that they want to, pastors of these days, I'm sorry to say because I'm a Christian, they like enslaving their church members. Especially when they notice that you have this particular gift to offer that no one can offer them.
Yeah.
They will now enslave you to the extent that you will sing from morning till night. Using myself as an example, all they will give us is 5K. And in that 5K, the only thing it can buy in my state is Okpa and Pepsi. When you buy that, now tell me, I came to church from morning, from 5:30, and going back home by 2, I only took Okpa and Pepsi. So now they won't even stop you from being addicted to music. They need you more. Because music is part of the way they advertise their church and part of the way that they earn money. At times, like, I traveled and I've been receiving call, I'm not around, and to the extent my parish priest called me the day before yesterday. That what is happening? That the bazaar they did not realize anything. Do you say how they enslaved me? I'm now their money making machine. I make money for them. After speaking with them, I was like, I'm watching it. Yes. I've learned a lot. So they enslave us so much. So they won't stop you from being addicted to that. They will even encourage you.
Okay, wow. It was cool being with you.
Thank you very much.
That's why I love you around. You're really cool and very smart and intelligent.
And you're so kind.
We have come to the end of this discussion. I hope you learned something, because I learned a whole lot. That's why I love having Miss Maryann around us. Don't worry, we'll have her around next time. We will see you next time. Please don't forget to like and share this video. Follow us on our social media handles, on Facebook at Kingsprimetv, on YouTube at Kingsprimetv, and on Instagram at Kingsprimetofficial. Also, download Kingsprimetv app on your mobile phone or your laptop. We got a lot of entertainment there for you. And visit www.cradletofame.com to vote for your best housemate. I still remain your host, Ezeibe Love, aka AB Love. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay.